final. Can you actually believe it?
Not really. It's pretty incredible, and it's just special to be a part of a group that's been able to do this.
Finishing the match on the bench, Nathan Cleary's fitness became the focus after aggravating his left shoulder injury in this tackle.
Yeah, sweet. All good, little bump, but played the next 2 sets and made a few tackles after that as well, so it's sweet.
No need for Panthers fans to be concerned at all?
Not at all.
Sporting fresh strapping on his right hand, the halfback insists it isn't broken.
I think in their tense games, you just pick up knocks like that, and but yeah, all good.
The number 7 again nailing the moments that mattered against the Sharks.
I just see it as my job to stand up in those pressure moments, big moments, and to be honest, that's what inspires me. It motivates me. It's on the other side of those pressure moments is sort of greatness and being able to achieve great things, and I want to be able to do that for the team.
His father, Ivan, fuming after Penrith was denied a try due to obstruction.
This is a terrible decision, and that gives me a lot of anxiety around next week if that same buck official, either he or someone else, is going off the same script. I'm concerned.
Cronulla's premiership dream crushed. Skipper Cam McInnes with a pointed message to his troops after the 26-6 defeat.
And all of these guys, there's so much more left in them to go and so many more levels, and it's exciting, and as much as this one hurts, learn from it, get better, attack next season.
Nathan Cleary doing a lap of honour on his own on Sunday next week. He hopes to do it with the premiership trophy.
Oh, it's the best feeling ever. You just want to have that feeling time and time again, and obviously it only comes around once a year, so you want to be on your best on the biggest day and be able to share that moment not only with the group but with the fans and everyone in Penrith.
Zach Bailey, NBN News.
The Storm are bracing for a Nathan Cleary masterclass, but Cameron Munster believes they have nothing to fear, declaring their halfback Jerome Hughes has now drawn level as the game's best player. It's why Munster says he's now playing a support role and loving every second.
Bound for another grand final, Cameron Munster is grateful just to be back on the field.
At one stage there, I thought I wasn't going to play again this year, so it's been good. The body's pulled up really well, so hopefully I can get it going again next week.
Munster missed most of the year with his groin injury, but in his absence, Jerome Hughes seized control. The halfback hitting career best form.
I'm in awe of the way he goes about it. He's probably not the traditional half, but he's worked really hard on his game, and obviously paid dividends for him this year, and he's one of the probably informed players of this competition. I think he's number one, and probably even with Nathan Cleary, so it just shows hard work pays off.
Sunday will see a star half showdown. One of the game's biggest names himself, Munster's preparing to play a support role.
I've come back into the team and had to take a backward step, and more than happy to, and it just shows where this team's at.
It's not as easy to cover Nelson Asafa Solomona. Slapped with a 4-game ban, Melbourne is considering a fight at the judiciary, but Munster's mind is made up.
Oh, he is massive to us. Very confident we can get him back. It's rugby league. Those things happen.
He's one of only 5 Storm players who beat Penrith for the premiership in 2020. Munster's message to those experiencing grand final week for the first time is simple.
Oh, just embrace it. Enjoy the feeling. It's going to be a bit massive week for us going to enemy territory. Just got to make sure we start well and play the footy we know we can play.
Sam Jordan, NBN News.
The Wallabies have lost 5 of their last 6 games, but coach Joe Schmidt says it isn't guaranteed that Joseph Suaalii will be brought in for the spring tour, despite his time in the NRL now over.
We will potentially have a conversation. We've just got to wait for the powers that be to deem that he's available to us, and then post that he'll be a guy that we'll have a conversation with for sure.
The Wallabies finished last in the Rugby Championship after yesterday's 33-13 loss to the All Blacks. After the break, Liverpool moves to the top of the EPL ladder.
Spring racing carnival's here and BS is on the rise again. Now here's the brief.
Bad BS comes in many forms. Example, over-celebrating concrete cowboys.
And pay the $1.20, fellas. Right it in! And watch out for selfie obsessed attic poses.
The only photo finish they care about has a Valencia filter.
And beware, the blowing experts.
I've got a podcast.
Yeah, how original. Just get in the cage.
The best tip is to get on the Sportsbet app and dodge the BS this spring.
I knew a bit of real muscle had helped this year.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Lovely thing about together. It goes a long way.
As we get older, it's vital we keep eating well to live well. That's why Light and Easy introduced My Choice, a delicious range of smaller, protein-packed dinners, soups and desserts. And they're developed specifically to meet the nutritional needs of older Australians.
The convenience, the value, the meals, the choices. It's like a wonder food for the elderly.
And if you're on a home care package, your funding could cover 70% of the cost. Call Light and Easy today on 13 15 12.
Building a sustainably sourced future so we can all come back for seconds. An eye for good. Bird's eye.
Should have known better. Don't send a ute to do a Hilux job.
Toyota. Tank World save big sale on our best-selling tank. Get a big 47 750-litre tank from $5,900 and save up to $1,850. Hurry, sale must end tomorrow. Think Tank World. 1-800-68-69-70.
On now at Harvey Norman. Enjoy a 10-year warranty on selected Miele appliances. Premium German design. Like this energy-efficient Miele 7-kilo front-load washing machine with a 10-year warranty. Miele's Active Plus freestanding dishwasher with a 10-year warranty. Miele Clean Steel built-in oven. Peace of mind with a 10-year warranty. Or the Vitraline Pyrolytic oven. Stylish cooking with a 10-year warranty. Once a Miele, always a Miele with a 10-year warranty offer. Limited time only. Now at Harvey Norman.
This report brought to you by Harvey Norman. Shop in store or at agn.com.au.
The Illawarra Hawks are on top of the NBL ladder after beating the Kings in a thrilling and at times fiery derby this afternoon. The Kings clawed their way back in front midway through the final term, only for the Hawks to kick clear, claiming a 96 to 89 point win. It's Sydney's first loss of the NBL season. The Hawks are out to a 3-0 start. Liverpool is on top of the Premier League table. The Reds beating Wolves 2-1 to maintain their impressive start to the new season under new manager Arne Slot. A rare stumble for champions Manchester City, held to a 1-1 draw by Newcastle United, while Arsenal scored twice in added time to claim a dramatic 4-2 win over Leicester. Chelsea beat Brighton by the same margin, and Cole Palmer scored all 4 goals in the first half alone, the first player in Premier League history to do so. The Shattered Swans say their second grand final thrashing in 3 seasons will actually bring them closer as a team. Players are still coming to terms with their loss to the Lions, but have vowed to be stronger next season.
Heading home after a miserable trip to Melbourne, the Swans trying but failing to hide the pain of another grand final defeat.
Sucks to feel it, but that's sport at the end of that.
The 60-point belting by Brisbane coming 2 years after an 81-point humiliation against Geelong.
I think this time it's a lot worse. Coming in, I felt a lot more prepared than last time. I felt like we had to win a lot more than last time as well, so it's a lot worse.
Post-match at the MCG, there was no escaping the Lions' roar.
I don't think we put enough pressure on around them.
Or the fact the Swans have lost 4 straight deciders with John Longmire in charge.
Not about me, mate. It's about the footy club.
Still, attention immediately turned to redemption.
This footy club's been pretty resilient to be able to show the ability to be able to get back there time and time again. very hard to win it if you're not in it.
Unfortunately, we've been here before and feel like last time it made us closer. So fingers crossed it does the same.
You're not going to get anything by sitting there and saying, woe is me, so we'll be back next year.
Family, friends and fans wrapping their arms around the Swans when they needed it most.
We are so proud of you and all the boys, but the way you managed to muster yourself then, I know it's really hurting, mate.
Yeah, I'm a broken man right now.
The only thing breaking in Brisbane was a premiership drought. Thousands turning out to welcome the Lions home and celebrate their first title in 21 years. Dulcie, NBN News.
The Hunters' Isaac Heaney has revealed he played through the entire AFL final series with a stress fracture in his ankle. The Swan star succumbed to the injury in the third quarter of yesterday's grand final loss to Brisbane. His coach later revealing Heaney picked up the injury in Sydney's qualifying final win over GWS. The 28-year-old will have scans in the off-season. While summer might not feel like it's on its way, the countdown is now on for the far north coast of cricket season, and the Premier League competition is set for a major shake-up with some new changes to its traditional format.
Shaping up to be an exciting summer of cricket.
It starts in 2 weeks' time, and the juniors start in 3 weeks' time on Saturday. So that's really exciting.
10 teams are locked in for the Premier League cricket competition starting October 12, set to bring a fresh look to this season's format.
Traditionally, the LJ Hooker Premier League has been a 2-day game fixture. This season, we've got a full round of 1-day fixtures as 6 out of 9 2-day fixtures. There has been many requests for 1-day cricket or some of that 1-day cricket in the format, and we've listened to the people.
Structured over a series of home and away fixtures, a revitalised northern and southern zone has also been established for the second grade division.
Each zone compiling of 8 teams each, and they'll play off at the end for the Far North Coast second grade champion.
Far North Coast Cricket Council's Phil Melville says he is confident in the calibre of players ready to take to the pitch.
We'll be looking for trials for our northern zone championships coming up, the secondary championships. So we'll be offering trials for the best players, but I'm absolutely sure that we'll see some Premier League top-notch players.
Alexandra Rees, NBN News.
North Coast netballers have put their best foot forward at Port Macquarie's indoor stadium on day 2 of the North Coast Academy Challenge. The side are finishing 5th on the ladder today, but they'll get another chance to impress the state's talent scouts in tomorrow's playoffs.
Hundreds of players from 12 state netball academies going head-to-head, proving their prowess at the North Coast Academy Netball Challenge.
We've got plenty of Netball New South Wales scouts watching all of the games and taking very detailed notes on our girls, so it's looking good.
The North Coast side moving up to Division 1, where they rose to the task, going up against the Central Coast in the pool games of Day 2, who came out on top 25 points to 12. The North Coast set the pace early against the Northern Inland Academy of Sport and were able to keep that momentum going. The final score 22-15, while 5 athletes and 2 umpires are representing Port Macquarie at home.
They've done a really amazing job. Like I said, very tough games for them, and they've pulled through and really supported their team.
The 3-day competition follows a competitive 12-month program of monthly trainings, skill development and competitions in which the North Coast girls have held their own.
You're against some of the metropolitan academies, which obviously have weekly trainings, and obviously being a regional academy, we don't get together as much, but yeah, it's fantastic for them to be taking them on and actually doing really well.
The team playing their best netball ahead of tomorrow's finals, where they hope to catch the eye of selectors and earn a spot on the New South Wales side ahead of the upcoming state trials.
We definitely use this tournament as a real good talent ID leading into those trials. So we have a lot of our high performance coaches that are here actually watching the athletes and umpires move forward to the back end of the year.
Marina Trajkovic, NBN News.
Looked like a good day to be indoors, Jane.
It sure was, yeah, plenty of rain across the northern rivers today with some big rain totals in the last 48 hours. We'll check all your local weather details after the break, as well as the latest instalment of NBN Rewind.
Oh, wow, that's a lot. A blockbuster night of bathroom reveals. Next on 9 and 9 Now.
You're gonna know my name. I ain't playing no games. You gotta tell me
time, you call the shots. Take espresso into your own hands with the new Espresso Collection by KitchenAid.
It's not like the good old days.
Not like the good old days.
It's not like the good
Not
old
like the good old days.
Stop parroting everything. Why not drink a Red Bull and think for yourselves?
Since when are you dictating what we do?
You're not the boss of us. Power to the people. Well, individuality often complicates things. Oh, Red Bull gives you wings.
With so many holiday homes on Booking.com, there are so many Tina Feys I could be. So I hired body doubles to help me out.
Girls' weekend, Tina Adamdilla.
Cool Mom Tina loves holiday homes with a view.
Oh, Tina.
Wild Tina booked a farm stay to ride this horse.
Glenn Close?
With millions of possibilities. You can book whoever you want to be. Booking.com.
Yeah. With Light and Easy, you're cooking less and living more. You're fueled up and ready to go. Eating better and getting great results. Feeling healthy and loving life. It's food that fits your life. It's food that's made for you. Nice. TK Maxx, big brands, small prices. Apps at TK Ripley.
For life's little moments, there is no substitute.
Tomorrow on Today, join us as we wrap up an epic weekend of footy.
And we have huge guests joining us, including Lady Gaga and Walking Dead's Norman Reedus. Plus, to celebrate 85 years of Marvel, we're giving away a family trip to Hong Kong Disneyland. How good? See you tomorrow.
So, that's what we're doing. NRMA Insurance, a help company.
NBN News Rewind, proudly brought to you by Port Waratah Coal Services. Supporting local, employing local. It's who we are.
Now to our weekly Rewind series. Tonight we look back at Newcastle Harbour in 1970. The floating dock in 1970, an important piece of infrastructure crucial for ships in need of service. The dry dock had the ability to lift ships completely out of the water to aid inspection and repair. One such vessel, the Cable Enterprise, arrived for maintenance on the hull.
The man charged with the responsibility of navigation of the Cable Enterprise is Second Officer Dave Rickards.
The highly specialised vessel was used to fix undersea communication cables in the South Pacific.
Here we have the cable line that we're going to have to grapple for.
A complex system enabled the crew to winch the damaged cable to the surface.
The centre wheel here is the wheel we use for binding the cable.
Once on board, the necessary repairs were made. During her visit to Newcastle, the Cable Enterprise was opened for inspection, allowing the public to get a closer look. This group of boys were on an excursion from Bourke, a real eye-opener for the youngsters on their first ever visit to a busy working harbour. Thankfully, rainfall has eased across the northern rivers, but flood warnings are current for the Wilsons, Richmond and Arara rivers. Flooding is no longer expected along the Tweed River. Big totals yesterday. Coffs picked up 102 millimetres. Byron recorded its highest daily September rainfall in 42 years, with 92 millimetres in the gauge. Evans Head had the highest total in 26 years of records, with 95 and another 45 millimetres overnight, while Lismore Airport recorded 78 8 millimetres, the highest September total in 22 years. Now, a low pressure system off southeast Queensland and northeast New South Wales delivered that substantial rainfall. Dorrigo picking up another 118 millimetres in the 24 hours to 9 this morning, and another 71 dumped in Lismore. Cloud from the central to western Victoria, New South Wales and Tasmania with a front and trough is bringing rain over the nation's southeast. Tomorrow, a cold front will bring showers and storms to eastern New South Wales. Westerly winds behind the front will continue to bring a few showers to South Australia, Victoria and Tasmania. Partly cloudy with areas of morning fog inland. Showers finally eased from late this afternoon. Moderate south-southeasterlies losing strength as well. 23 degrees at Yamba and Ballina, 25 for Coolangatta. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with a chance of fog in the early morning. There's a high chance of showers, most likely in the late morning and afternoon, and a possible thunderstorm from the late morning. Light winds becoming moderate south-southeasterlies. 26 for Evans Head, 23 for Byron Bay tomorrow. Coastal waters, we had a hazardous surf warning today. Tomorrow, we're expecting seas at 1.5 metres with a 2.5 metre swell. South-southeasterlies up to 25 knots. Sunrise at 5:30, sunset at 5:48, and the 7-day outlook for Tweed Heads. Tuesday and Wednesday, partly cloudy. The slight chance of a shower, a top of 24 degrees on Tuesday. For Ballina, 25 degrees tomorrow, slight chance of a shower, 23 the top for Tuesday and Wednesday. For Lismore, rain finally easing. You can see 23 degrees on Tuesday, partly cloudy. Light showers possible for Wednesday and Thursday. And for Grafton, up to 8 millimetres tomorrow, a top of 25. And that is the NBN news for this Sunday. The late news is coming up at 9:30. From all of the team here, thanks for your company. Good night.